Hello everyone. Today we're going to be writing and solving positive and negative complementary and supplementary equations. This is going to go on page 6 in your notebook. It doesn't need to be the 6th physical page, it just needs to be the next page, and you're going to write page 6 on it. For page 5, we did some complementary and supplementary combining and solving, and most of the things that we combined were positive. Today we're going to focus on combining some things that are also negative. So, go ahead and pause this video and get this copied down in your notes. Okay, so we're going to start us off with a pretty simple one to begin with, number 1, and I'm going to draw it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to represent the problem. So something like that with a line here. We have x plus 14, and we have 4x plus 1. And we have two angles, and these two angles add together to make 90 degrees. So that is called a complementary relationship. Angle 1 is called x plus 14, and angle 2 is called 4x plus 1. If I add the two angles together, I get 90 degrees. So angle 1, x plus 14, plus angle 2, 4x plus 1, equals 90. Now we're going to need to do some combining. So I'm going to put my pencil at the equal sign, and I have 90 on one side, which is just one term, so I can't combine it there. On the left-hand side, I have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of those 4 terms, I can combine my x's. So x plus 4x makes 5x. And I also can combine my numbers, 14 and 1. Positive 14 plus 1. A positive 15. So I have 5x plus 15 equals 90. Again, we want to keep our equal signs pretty lined up. I want to solve for my variable, so I want to get that 5x by itself. So I get rid of the 15, minus 15 from one side and minus 15 from the other. That leaves me with 5x equals 75. When I'm done with that, I'm going to separate the 5 and the x by dividing by 5, and I get x equals 1, 5, so x equals 15. We're going to talk about how to check that answer, but for right now, we're just going to leave that as x equals 15. X is not this angle, x is not this angle. X is a piece of the angle. So we don't know how many degrees this angle is, and we don't know how many degrees this angle is. We're not there yet. For right now, we're going to say x equals 15. Okay, so now for number 2, I'm going to draw this one, and then probably after this one I won't draw anymore. So number 2, I have a horizontal line, and it's cut like this. And it says x minus 34 on one side, and the other side says 2x plus 1. So these two angles combined make a straight line, and a straight line is 180 degrees, which means that they are supplementary. Angle 1 is called 2x plus 1, and angle 2 is called x minus 34. So if I take angle 1, 2x plus 1, and I add it to angle 2, x minus 34, it should equal 180 degrees, because this one's a straight line. All right, so I only have one term on the right, but I have 4 terms on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to combine the x's. 2x plus x makes 3x. And then I'm going to combine my numbers. 1 minus 34. 1 minus 34 means that we're going to have a negative number. It's going to be negative 33. If you don't know that, use a calculator, please. And that equals 180. Again, lining up my equal signs, keeping everything nice and neat. Now this time, when I want to isolate my 3x, I put my finger over 3x just like I always do, but this time I have to get rid of a minus 33. Before I had to get rid of like a plus 15, so I minus from both sides, because that's the opposite of addition. This time I have subtraction, and the opposite of subtraction is addition. So to get this 3x by itself, I need to get rid of a negative 33. To do that, I'm going to add 33 to both sides. That leaves me with 3x equals 213. Whew. All right. Then I need to get x by itself. It's being multiplied by 3, so I'm going to divide by 3 on the left and divide by 3 on the right. That leaves me with x equals 71. Again, that's not how many degrees this angle is, and that's not how many degrees this angle is. It's the value of x. We're going to check them. We're going to learn how to check them later. Right now, we're just writing our equations and solving them. So we have 2 examples here. I'm going to do a couple more before I feel like we're in a good spot. So I'm going to go to number 5. I'm not going to draw the diagram. I'm just going to write it down. Number 5. All right, I have 2 angles. Angle 1 is called 2x plus 1. Angle 2 is called x minus 10. And if I add those 2 angles together, this piece plus this piece, it equals 90 degrees. So this is a complementary relationship. All right, 4 terms here, so I'm going to combine the 2x and the x, 3x. It's kind of like the last one that we did. And I'm going to combine my numbers, 1 and a minus 10. That minus belongs to the 10. 1 minus 10 is a negative 9. Lining up my equal sign equals 90. All right, so I want to get the 3x by itself. I need to get rid of this minus 9. To get rid of a minus 9, the opposite is to add 9 to both sides. Again, when I say sides, I mean sides of the equal sign. And I get 3x equals 99. Then I'm going to divide by 3, and I get x equals 33. Again, that's the value of x. It's not how many degrees each of these angles are. We're going to talk about that later. All right, we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to have you guys practice on your own. So I'm going to do it right here for number 6. It's not great, not the best organization in MSCAT4, but I can fit it there. If you need more space, this is probably a better thing to do. Is to turn and do it on the back, okay? Or you can do it on the front of the next page. I think I can get it to fit right here. I just don't need to write so big. So number 6, we have 2 angles. The first angle is called x minus 25. And if I add it to the next angle, which is 3x plus 1, the relationship makes a straight line, which is 180. All right, so combining some like terms, I have x and a plus 3x. That plus belongs to the 3, that minus belongs to the 25. So x plus 3x is 4x. And then the next terms I have are my numbers. Negative 25 plus 1. Again, if I don't know what that is, just use a calculator. Negative 25 plus 1 is a negative 24. Lining up my equal sign, but giving myself a little bit more space, equals 180. All right, so from there, I need to get the 4x by itself. I need to get rid of the minus 24. So I'm going to add 24 to both sides. And I get 4x equals 204. You need to separate the 4x, which is multiplication, so the opposite is divide by 4, and I get x equals 51. Okay, so again, x equals 51 is not the measure of my angles, it's the value of x. We're going to talk about how to find the missing angles later. So I hope you got these notes down on page 6 in our notebook. If you have any questions, you can email MSCAT4 or Mr. Reynolds, if he's your teacher, and be ready to practice combining, writing, and solving positive, negative, complementary, supplementary equations when you come to class. Have a good day. Make sure you check Google Classroom for what you're supposed to do now.